Hello and welcome back to the Fodder Gaming channel, and in today's video we have a new raid boss for Jurassic World Alive. This came out in version 2.8, and since it is the first weekend in July, it is July 3rd. Happy 4th of July Eve, although that's not really a thing. You know, when 2.8 first came out, and I can't even engage this thing, but when 2.8 first came out, I showed you guys the final product of Haast Maximus, but I didn't get to show you the raid. Today's video is going to be about the raid. Look at this, just a majestic, like this thing looks good. This looks really, really good, and it gets right up and in your face. So today's video, we are going to be raiding the new Haast, which means if Haast came out this month, that means in August, you're going to have the Hydra Boa. Now remember, it takes 300 DNA to unlock this. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you always get a 20. That's 15 weeks. And some quick math puts this right around Halloween is when you can start expecting to see these getting unlocked. But yeah, looks good. I'm going to coordinate with some people real quick, and then we will jump right in to the raid. Okay, as I wait for everybody to make their selections, like I looked on our alliance Discord, I guess is what it's called, and there was only one strat, and it uses a Tor Moloch level 30, a Dio Rajasaur level 30, a Mortem Rex that has an attack over 2,700, it looks like, and then a Gemini Titan that has an attack over 1,700 and some change. Now, as it always seems to go for these big raids, all I have is Mortem Rex, and unfortunately Mortem Rex is like the most boring creature that I could use, simply because it only does two moves, really. It does Roar, and then it does Ramp, and rinse, wash, and repeat, and it seems no matter what raid you're doing, that is kind of the that's kind of the way to go in these things. It is what it is. Now, one thing that I am a little this is not a complaint, although it's going to kind of sound like a complaint. Let's watch this entrance before I say this here. And I want to see this thing come swooping in. Oh, look at that. Leading the minions into battle. My only complaint, and like I said, I mean, this isn't really even a complaint, is that all these raids take the exact same creatures to defeat, and maybe this is more a complaint about the JWA community, and I will be the first one to tell you that I don't even know how to start to come up with a raid strat to take out one of these raid bosses. So that has been said. We've cleared the air on that. So if anybody wants to be like, well, if you don't like it, why don't you do better? I can't. Okay. So there. But there are people who are savants on how to take out raid bosses. And for some reason, they just see everything. They see the numbers, they see the moves, everything in their head, and just knock these things out. And they always use the same exact creatures. That's extremely boring for me. Because then it just becomes, I kind of want to watch some of this, but it just becomes monotonous, right? So if you are one of the savants, you're a genius at doing strats, come up with a strat that uses none of these creatures that we use in every single raid, and I will showcase your strats. And I don't, like, I will do low-level strats. I'm not opposed to that. I know Pro C on his channel loves to do like level 2 something, and then the rest of them carry them, and that's cool, and I don't mind those. But I kind of want to see different creatures just across the board. I don't want to see Tor Moloch. Why does every strat, speaking of, I better look see what I'm supposed to do here. Every strat doesn't need Tor Moloch. I know you speed up and it makes it easy, and I get it. But I also think as a community we become really lazy on these raids, and I would, and ultimately all people want to do in the raid is get in, knock it out as quickly as possible, and then move on with their day. And I get it. And using these same 5 or 6 creatures is typically the most efficient way to get in and get out and just move on with your day. And I understand that. So maybe this is for the Ludia development team. You know what teams everybody's using. Make creatures that can't be beat by those, so you are forced to use different creatures. And I don't, like I said, I'm not a developer. I'm not a savant at these raids. It's just, to me, it's just unfortunate if the same 6 or 7 creatures are used in all the raids. That doesn't really give the raids any unique feel to them. Not to like compare this to Pokemon Go, because this is a completely different game, but in Pokemon Go, like, you really can't take the same 6 creature Pokemon on your team and fight every raid boss across the board. It doesn't work because they're not efficient. Just something to think about. It's probably too late for Haast Maximus, and then it's probably too late for Boa as well. But it's just something that I would like to see moving forward. And we do have different rarities. We have different rarity tiers, so it includes using different dinosaurs, different hybrids, in order to knock those out. And then, you know, like IDGT, and maybe that's part of the problem, is IDGT and Practice Cat have everything at level 30 and boosted, so they can do different strats. And I know with some of them, I've shown like 6 turn strats or 5 turn strats, and it's because IDGT has the resources to make Keratoporcus level 30 and boosted, where I'm going to say that the 99.9% of the player base, A, isn't going to allocate resources to that, and B, just flat out doesn't have it. So maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe there are a bunch of different strats that are actually easier than the ones that we have, and people just, these are the creatures people use in the arena, and they don't want to build up a raid team. It's entirely possible. Let's see. What I haven't even been watching. I know this thing looks good. Like, it looks really good. The development team, the artists, like, on point as always. Round 1 seemed to be pretty easy. For Mortem, it was roar, ramp, always. There is one little caveat here that says if both minions die in round 3, turn 1, then the Mortem can ramp on the next turn instead, which means turn 2, round 3. As far as Toromoloch is going to go group acceleration, and then heal, and then attack, and then group acceleration, then heal, then group acceleration, heal, group acceleration. Is how that's going to look out. And Dio is going to go shield, ramp, shield. Oh no, it's shield, baby attack, resilient strike, I think is what it is. And then, hold on, we're at turn 5. So it's shield, resilient strike, shield, resilient strike, rampage, shield, rampage, strike. And then for Gemini Titan, you're going to have group deceleration, invincibility, is it DSA? Decelerate, the one of the best moves for Mini. We're kind of low on health there, weren't we? And then it's going to go group deceleration, and then resilient strike, and then shield again, and then group deceleration, DSA. Let me see what we have here. Not the resilient strike. It is. I don't want Mortem Rex. Gemini Titan. Yeah, DSA. Definite shield advantage. So there you go. Those are the movesets in case you want to write those down. I have to give credit to DreX for the strat. 8250 is who's credited for this one, so that's the one that I'm gonna go with. And yeah, like, it's have fun with it. I ultimately, like, have fun with the raids. And I know a lot of people are like raids. We just want to knock them out, but have some fun with them. Like, that's what they're there for. It is a new feature in the game, like, not new as in 2.8, but it's a new feature that was added. Was it added with 2.0? And we've had them for almost a year now. Let's as a community, let's start doing some. Let's get Albertosaurus in here, and maybe only IDGT and Practica have Albertosaurus at level 30, and maybe it doesn't work because this is a cunning creature. Remember, we had Trebex, and then we had Refernathum, and then we have Haast Maximus, and then we're going to get Hydroboa, and they're all, the last four are all cunning creatures. So yeah, Fierce may not be the way to go. And then we have what do we have on here? We have a Cunning, 2 Resilient, and then a Fierce. What kind of critical? Like, every time I look at this screen, I see a critical hit chance increase. What are we looking at here? 100%. Okay. At this point, we're looking at 100% critical for like 5 more turns. Okay, so if we knock out both the minions, then I can go ramp on the next turn. Otherwise, it's roar, ramp. I don't know that my Mortem is really strong enough to get the job done. Let's see what happens. I'm not anticipating knocking them both out. But stranger things have happened. We are in the final round here. Smack. Look at little Doty. And Doty's in all the raids. He's like the star of the show. Yeah, so that wasn't a crit. That wouldn't even. We're not even close to having all those knocked out. That's probably for somebody who has a Mortem Rex that's just like 3,400, 33, high 3,300 attacks, which is not. That is not mine. And then we're gonna get the baby attack. Yeah, I mean, like 1,200 each almost on both the minions, so not really even that close. Cleanse, speed reduction, increased critical, like, basically, Haast is going to be fast, and it's going to crit. That is what you need to know about this raid. I don't want to cover up all these, but look at this. Increased speed, increased critical, increased attack. It just doesn't have a whole lot of attack. And I don't feel like... Let's see what Piercing Screech does here. Like, nothing. Like, it did nothing. I don't even think it attacked. Man, if the AI actually, like, with all these buffs, if the AI actually attacked, I feel like it would just completely wipe out all the creatures on our side of the battle here. Rocket Alert. This is... Wait. Did it attack at all? I wasn't watching the raid, but I don't feel like it ever even attacked. And I know that it did. Oh, I guess Rocket Alert is its move. Is its counter. So, and that... Oh, so close to getting the takedown right there. We're gonna Rocket Alert again. That is crazy. Like, +7 more. Look at all that. And it doesn't do it any good at all. So this should be the GG on the group acceleration right here. Fingers crossed for 20. In slow motion, we get the knockout. So GG to all those as Carlo Raptor, General Nick, and Snake snake Matt. The easiest one out of all of them, and I butcher the name. So we get some Velociraptor. We get some Charlie. Charlie bit me, and it hurt. Wasn't that like the most watched meme ever on YouTube? I feel like it. Like that is kind of, I'm getting off track, but that was kind of like the first meme, right? Charlie bit me. And I apologize for my terrible British accent or English accent. There we go. We are on our way with 20 DNA on Haast Maximus. Easy peasy. And if I am to go look at what I need to unlock still, the Andrew Pig, like I haven't seen many elephants. The few times I've been in a park, and I haven't been in a park a lot since 2.8 dropped, but the few times, I think I've only seen like 1 or 2 elephants. And I know they're not uncommon spawns. It just bad RNG on my part. And then Referanthum, we've had it for 6 weeks now, and I've got 120, so I've gotten 20 across the board. We're almost halfway there. If I knock down a 30 next week, not going to happen, but if I knock down a 30 next week, I am halfway there. Just starting my progress towards Haast Maximus, and there's 2 more that are grayed out. One of them is going to be Hydroboa, and then the second one, if I go look, Ludia actually made an announcement. I'm glad that I went and looked at this because Ludia dropped information yesterday that says yet another special pursuit will be taking place. 4th of July festivities may be over for most, but we're keeping it going just a little bit longer. Look out for the Argentavis roaming the map between July 5th to July 11th. So that is going to be the final missing grayed out tile on my screen. So just like Albertosaurus is the pursuit creature, not a hybrid pursuit because there's no hybrid. It is just a straight pursuit, and I don't have any on my map right now. Next week is going to be the Argentavis, and so get as much DNA on that as you can because it is an exclusive creature, and we don't know when it is going to be back on the map. So anyway, please, if you are a good raid strategist, let me know if you have some good raids, and by a good raid, like I don't need it to be 5 turns, like we just did it on 3 each round, and I don't need it to be like 5, but I definitely don't want it to be like 14 each round either. But come up with some different strats that use different creatures. Be creative. It's a game. You're supposed to have fun with it. I hope you like this video. If you do, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and consider to do so. And for this video, I'm going to cut it here. Have a happy and safe 4th of July. Until next time.